She likes you. You know it, but you're stuck. You don't know what to do next, and you're worried if you do the wrong thing, you'll screw it up. Should you text her more? Ask her out now? Play it cool, or wait for her to make the next move? Every guy's been in this situation, and most end up overthinking it and killing all attraction. But what I'm going to share with you today is a 3-step plan to help you move things forward without looking needy or screwing things up. Stick around because step 3 is a game changer that most men overlook. So let's get into it. Before I give you the 3-step plan, we first need to talk about the number one mistake that I see most men making when they realize a girl likes them. You see, when most guys realize that a woman does like them, they do one of these two things. They either rush things or they freeze up completely. So rushing things. Some guys, as soon as they realize that a woman's into them, they go into hyperdrive. They start messaging her all the time. They get too emotionally involved and open up too much, thinking they've already won her over, and this pushes her away. And the opposite mistake is freezing up. Some guys, they do absolutely nothing. They think, well, she's into me, so I can wait for her to make the next move. They stop leading. They hesitate. And eventually she feels like this is so much work to keep the energy going that she loses interest. So how do you avoid both of these things? Well, that's simple. You follow this 3-step plan that keeps her interested while make sure you're leading in a natural and confident way. Step 1 is to match and mirror her energy. You see, attraction isn't about forcing things. It's about moving things along at the right pace at the right time. I like to visualize attraction like a dance, and you've got to have the right steps at the right point of that dance. For example, if she's messaging you every other day, don't message her every couple of hours. If she's being playful and fun, don't get too serious. You need to match her tone, and I can give you a really good example of this from my own marriage. When I first met my wife, we met in person, and then we were messaging back and forth for about a month before we met again. And every day we just send each other one long message about what we got up to that day or whatever else we wanted to talk about. And that's because that's how she was messaging me. So I matched her energy, and it showed her that I'm socially aligned and can read the situation. This isn't about playing games, okay guys? This is something I hear all the time from men who misunderstand dating. This is about the social context of messaging. If you meet someone in person, there are social rules that you have to follow to seem socially aligned. It's exactly the same when you're messaging. All you want to do is maintain that dynamic that's working. And if she's into you, she'll naturally increase her level of investment. She'll start messaging more frequently, she'll start opening up more, and that's a sign that you're doing things right and you're moving in the right direction. And then when she starts doing that, match that energy too. Step 2, make your move, but make it feel natural. If you know she likes you, the worst thing you can do is to make her wait weeks or months before asking her out on a date. Women want a man who can take the lead and goes after what he wants, but they don't want it to feel awkward or forced. So this actually happened to one of my clients this week. He'd been messaging back and forth with 2 girls on Hinge for probably about a week or so, and it was very clear they were interested in him. But he didn't know how to ask for the date, so I gave him these principles. But he began to overthink it. He began to think, oh, it's got to be the right moment, the perfect time, and it got to the point where that was actually being counterproductive. So what we did instead is he just had to go and ask her, and guess what? He got 2 dates. So how do you actually do this? Well, you arrange the date in a way that feels effortless. And yes, there is a wrong way to ask. You could ask like, hey, do you think you could go out with me sometime? Like, it's okay if you don't want to. Which is obviously way too hesitant. It's assuming that she doesn't actually want to go on a date with you, and you're going to come across really insecure and really needy by messaging that. But there's also a right way to ask. You can say, hey, what's your schedule like Friday afternoon? I'm planning to head to this really cool barbecue spot if you want to come join. This comes across a lot more confident. It assumes that she wants to go on a date with you, which, by the way, she does if you're already in this situation. And it makes her feel like, oh, this guy's got a fun dynamic and a fun life that I can join in and be part of. That sounds like something fun. Guess what? Whilst girls don't just want to have fun, they do want to have fun. By positioning yourself as a guy who's just living life and looking to find someone to join him on that journey, it takes all the pressure off her and makes her much more likely to agree. Now, step 3 is the secret which most guys ignore, and that is to create tension. This is where most guys mess up. They think she really likes me, so they become super nice and super available, and this decreases her attraction for you. Why? Because attraction thrives on both security, yes, but also sexual tension. And if you remove that tension, all the fun, all the excitement, all the, is this actually gonna work? Where is this gonna go? All that excitement dissipates and she gets bored. Remember, security is essential. It's what makes her feel like she can trust you and rely on you, which is so important if you want to one day have a family together. But that sexual tension is what keeps things exciting. It's what gives that little bit of uncertainty and keeps her invested in the beginning. So how do you do this? Well, you can flirt and tease with her. If she tells you, look, I'm a great cook, you can say, well, I'll be the judge of that. What's your speciality? Of course, the tone matters really, really importantly here. You also don't want to be instantly available. If you're always replying within seconds and dropping everything for her, it'll make her seem like you don't really have much going on and that she's already the focus, which is socially misaligned early in the dating process. And also, let her invest in you. If she's showing interest and you arrange the last date, suggested the last location, exactly what time, etc., let her take a little bit of the lead here and there. Let her suggest the time or the place. And make her feel like, yes, she's winning you over too. Remember, even though you should be taking the lead most of the time, this is not some like set in stone, hard and fast situation where this is all that matters, is I have to lead all the time. You just need to be doing it most of the time. Remember, she's an individual too, and you have to treat her as such. She has to have some agency during this process. So let's recap. If you know she likes you, but you don't know what to do next, step 1 is to mirror and match her energy. Let things unfold naturally. Step 2 is to make your move without making it awkward. Be confident in taking the lead. And step 3 is to create tension. Don't ignore security, but really that sexual tension is what's going to keep her interested, especially in the beginning. If you follow this system, you'll never be left stuck wondering what to do when a woman likes you. You'll be able to move things forward confidently without the fear of messing things up. And the best part, you won't just get the date, you'll keep her interested long term too, which if you're looking for a serious relationship is so important. Now, if you want more strategies on mastering attraction and building connections for long-term commitment, click the link in the description box below. I'm going to have my free guide to connecting with women linked there. You can get that 100% free. And if you did find this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you hit like, you subscribe, and drop a comment about which of these situations, these strategies, resonated with you the most. But until next time, I want to say thank you very much for watching. Jack out.